All right, guys, if you live in Texas, you guys have this beautiful thing to you called the Homestead Exemption. This means that if you buy a house as your primary residence, you can have the tax assessed value brought down by $100K, and you can cap the increases on the tax assessed value that the government is going to give you by 10% in subsequent years. So this increased from $25,000 years ago, but this 10% maximum cap is massive. If there's years where your home value really skyrockets, you're not going to have to pay then a 20% increase in your property tax next year. Just 10% max. So this is different than protesting. Protesting is going to be covered by me in a later video, but claiming your property as a primary residence, you can only claim one property now. Okay, so for this exemption, if you move to a new home, you want to use that property then as your tax exemption. Now you have to give up your old tax exemption on your prior home if you are still going to hold on to it. So again, this caps the amount the county can reassess your home to be taxed at. To get this now, you do need to take yourself down to the DMV. You need to get a new driver's license that's going to show your property address on that license with your new home property that you want to claim as your homestead. Okay, County Property Tax Office got to show that you got some real skin in the game, that this is really going to be your primary residence. They don't want people basically writing off their or using their other properties or rental properties as the homestead. So got to get that from the DMV before you apply. You then can do this by mailing it in. You can go online to the property tax site. It's probably the easiest way. You can electronically sign and submit, or you can go to your office. But it may take a while to get this back. Lots of people do this and they process these individually, so don't be surprised if it's taking a couple months to hear back from them. Also, in addition to this, there are a couple other deductions you can take here. If you're 65 plus, you can get a reduction in the tax assessed value that they're going to charge you taxes on for your home by $10,000. If you've got a disability, you can also take a $10,000 tax assessment reduction. I'm not saying for these that you get your property taxes cut by 10K, just the value of the home can be reduced that they then tax you on. But disabled veterans, if you're 10 to 29% disabled, you can get a $5,000 tax assessment reduction. 30 to 49% disabled, that's your disability rating from the VA, you get a $7,500 tax assessment deduction. 50 to 69%, 10K, 70 to 99%, 12K, and then 100% you can be completely exempt from paying property taxes. Now, if you're a surviving spouse, you can get a full exemption as long as you're that spouse and you still live in that home and you didn't remarry. You can't just be abusing your passed away spouse and still get to use that. And then if you're a surviving spouse of a first responder, firefighter, police officer, you can also be eligible for a full exemption as well. So but guys, that's how the homestead exemption works. There's a ton of other concept videos on my site that are going to teach you a heck of a lot of items that you don't even know exist as a first-time buyer. Saturate yourself in those. Learn something in 3, 5, 10, 8 minutes in these videos. I'm making these for you so that you can get a better grasp on this stuff and protect yourself and understand how to manage your investment better. Okay, this is all for you and your money. So I'll see you guys on my other videos. And please subscribe when you can. Thank you.